It's Margaret here from Emmy's Orchids, and I'm going to do a Care Collab video today about Tolumnia General Care. Now, these are all the people who are participating, and this was a great idea thought up by Nina Bosse of Ninja Orchids, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to join in with the others. Now I'm going to leave all the links down below in my comment. Now the only one I can't find links to are MattByNature, and the other one is Art and Orchids. But I've got all the other links and I'll put those down below for you. And now this Care Collab is it's for people throughout different states, countries, and I noticed that Lynn Smith's taking part in this one, and Lynn is in England, as I am in England, and but Lynn lives down south, as we call it. I live in the northwest of England, which is quite a way from where Lynn lives, and if you like, I'm in the middle somewhere. I mean, Ed's above me, although he's still classed as northwest, but Ed's quite a way up and Lynn's quite a way down. So I'm in Cheshire. We call that the Cheshire Plains, and we have different temperatures, but for overall we have a temperature, hold on, so there we go. I'm in a temperate climate, and so that means we have 4 seasons, and it can get very, very cold in the winter, and if we're lucky, if we have 2 or 3 weeks of really warm weather during the summer. And a warm weather to us is 70 degrees Fahrenheit, although we work in centigrade. So 21 centigrade we consider as a nice warm day. So what can I tell you about Tolumnias? Now, what I'm going to tell you now, I got this from the American Orchid Society, and the group of orchids now called Tolumnia were at one time commonly referred to as equitant oncidiums. The foliage seldom exceeds 6 to 8 inches in height, and 4-inch pot can house a specimen plant. The leaves are arranged in pairs, overlapping or straddling. One another at the base, accounting for the popular term equitant, and this is derived from the Latin meaning riding a horse. Compared with most mainstream genera, the Tolumnias have been hybridized for a relatively short time, about 50 years. Well, 50 years or so. Today's hybrids offer an astounding array of colours not seen in the species. So the one we're looking at now, none of these are in bloom, and I'm a novice when it comes to Tolumnias. But this one's called Tolumnia Jarrac Firm Brown Bush. There we go. And this was from Curlin Orchidine in Germany. And if I bring this little photo up here, these are the images, and there we go. You see? So that's what that one looks like when eventually it does flower. It's got a new little root coming there, which is quite a good sign. and these have only just been watered today, so and I think it might survive because it's starting to lengthen these little fans here. So I'm quite chuffed with that one. I did have another one and I've lost that one. So what I'm showing you now in these two beautiful little bonsai pots from Mark, and these two were in one pot, and these were from American Nursery, and I decided, there's the label, so I've had these and I've put them in these pots 0121, and this is Tolumnia Peach, so let's pick that up. Now so what I decided to do with these, I decided to unpot it, and when I unpotted it, it fell in two, as with a lot of plants, orchids you buy. They put more than one in a pot, and you can see now that this is quite happy. I've just got a little bit of plastic webbing at the bottom, just to stop, because there's quite a hole underneath, just to stop any of this media going through. But it's given me quite a few new fans. Look at these. These are new, and this one's grown on, this big one, and this one, and this one. And it's got some nice roots now, and all I've got this planted in, it's attached by wire, so it's not going anywhere. This is watered every day, and can you see the roots there now? It's quite happy. It's in bark, charcoal, and I think one, I don't think it's in this one or the other one, and it's got some coconut husk, oh, and a little bit of lava rock. And I always water this from the top, because if I water from the bottom, all the water does is pushes all this through the bottom, and all this bark erupts out into the watering container. So I water from the top, and then it just sits in these little dishes. So that's the bigger of the two, and the reason I've got a clip on that one I've just been talking about is because one of these fans was rather large and it got a crack in it. Right, so this is the other little bit. The only what's name I've got about this one is it's got a little blackening of this tip here, this new leaf, which I'm quite upset about really, but and we've got good roots. It's sent out new roots, and there we are, you see. Can you see down there? And by tomorrow this will be bone dry, and so then it gets watered, the water's tipped away, and then they come back into the grow room, and they're on this top shelf as I've got them here, so they're getting plenty of light. And the next one I'm going to show you now is the species one, and you just bear with me a minute while I get the image up. Okay. Now, so the Tolumnias scandens, the common name is the scandent Tolumnia, found in Haiti at the base of bushes in lichen and plant debris at elevations of 1500 to 2000 metres as a small-sized, cool, growing terrestrial-epiphyte with a rhizome giving rise to a fan of narrow, semi-terete, erect leaves that blooms in the late spring on a 39-inch to 100 centimetre long, many-flowered inflorescences. Oh, sorry about the noise. Now, I did once have one of these, and unfortunately I killed it. But that's how they grow. And these are the inflorescences, can you see? These little, sorry about that, all these, they grow up from them. And so I'm going to show you this one now. And I've got this and a very long piece of a branch. And this is the second attempt at getting this right, but I'm quite happy with this branch. And you'll see there we've got nice green growing tips. And I've not got too much moss. Now, this was a gift from Mark, and Mark sent me the photo of the actual mother plant, and it was enormous. It was absolutely enormous, and so periodically they must take pieces off and offer them for sale. And then what it does, and you see this, this is how it grows, and it sends up this here. And if I just manoeuvre it round this way, I have to be careful. And you see how it's growing up there, and it's attaching itself. And you see how it sends these little side pieces out, and that's how it attaches itself, you see, and that's the lead. And that will then, I don't think that's going to flower, but this is how it travels. This is how it manoeuvres up a branch. And Mark very kindly was giving me some suggestions on some of my oncidiums, how I was actually attaching them to the branch wrong. And so I decided to unbranch it. Well, I've actually got my Lotta Jessie on the branch this originally came off, but I'm so happy with the branch now because it's got two directions, and I don't have to disturb this at all. And these little growing roots here can come through because there is space here. And here we go, let me just hold it and show you. That's how long this is. I'll put it this way, and then there we go, you see. There, take that one away. And it's grown this extension for me anyway, and like I say, it's growing these nice roots. So I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with this one. I think it seems very happy. Now, I don't put this in full sunlight. It's actually up in a corner up there, but it gets high humidity. Well, at the moment we're 24.5 degrees C, and we're only 65% humidity, whereas at well, before I opened the door and got ready to do this video, it was 72% humidity in here. So I'm going to upload this tomorrow on the 18th, and thank you, Nina, for allowing me to participate in this care collab. Now, this is how I grow mine. I grow in a little tiny room, which was a bedroom. So I don't grow outside. All my lighting, I mean, it's south facing and I get a lot of light through the window, but I probably don't grow like some of the others. Lynn grows in greenhouses. A lot of the UK growers have greenhouses, which I don't. None of my plants go outside. But, you know, you're not... orchids will grow anywhere that if you give them the right conditions. And this is a little room, and I have artificial lighting, I have the humidifier, I have the central heating, and it's quite tropical in here. So I'm going to list everybody down below. Like I've said, there's just a couple of names that I've tried to find their HTTP address and I can't, so I do apologise that, but I'll put the names down below. And thank you for joining me on this Care Collab video, and we'll be back soon. Bye bye now.